In the process of making this record, I came so much closer to finding something that really felt like this is what inspires me, this is where I fit as an artist, and this is who I am. I really wanted the final to sound like something that you would really hear in the 90s. I grew up in Seattle, listening back to a lot of the old grunge songs, hearing all these crazy stories of what Seattle was like in the 90s. So for me, that was always like the coolest. Hi, I'm Tiger Del Flor, and I'm breaking down Shut Up and Kiss Me. Most of the songs I'd written up to the point of Shut Up and Kiss Me were very sweet songs. And I was like, I want to do something different. And I'd recently done a psychic session. The psychic had told me, you know, you can channel anyone you want when you songwrite. And I was like, this is BS, like there's no way. But I had nothing better to do. So I was like, if I could call in anyone, I'd want to call in like Kurt Cobain because he's the coolest ever. Immediately the song that I got was Shut Up and Kiss Me, which was unlike anything that I've ever written before. I don't know if this works or not, but I think it's more the freedom of stepping out of what I was used to as an artist. So I think when I started out, it was something like this, which is basically exactly what it is now. Shut up and kiss me. The title of Shut Up and Kiss Me, I feel like came to me before I actually wrote the lyrics. And then I was like, okay, what lyrics would go with a song called Shut Up and Kiss Me? And I'll just kind of collage together phrases. I'll like pick and choose which ones kind of fit into the structure of the song. It's kind of like as if you're talking to a guy who has a girlfriend, but he's hitting on you. And it's almost like you're throwing disses at him and you're almost like talking to him like, why are you talking all this shit? Like just shut up and kiss me. In my real life, I know I would not text a guy that. But I don't know, maybe in my truer self I would. So I did the demo and yeah, basically it sounded like that.
I heard it on acoustic guitar first. I was like, what? This is great. You gotta put it out there. Can I help you produce it?
I knew he was from Seattle, so he shared this love for grunge culture, the 90s in Seattle.
We really pulled from those influences, but we were specific.
For me, it was Violet by Hole was like the song that I kept playing. How can I like get this vibe?
That's how I approached the guitar. Really wanted a lot of ferocity, really wanted angst and rage. The first verse is just a clean electric guitar tone.
I was like, I want these guitars to sound as raw as we can get them, to make the verses as small as they could be, without sounding boring, and then make the chorus as big as it could be.
And then the chorus goes into, and that kicks off this electric guitar tone, really going for a grunge feel with this.
When it hits the chorus, you just throw on the distortion pedal, and it's like that distortion and the chorus together that makes it sound like sick.
There's a lot of layers in the chorus, and that's one thing that I really think shapes the song a bit. One thing I heard right when Tiger Edge first showed me this song on acoustic was this electric guitar pitch bend. I don't know why that was stuck in my head, but it was just there. It lived with the song and it was tied to the rest of the chords, so that was a really important piece. In terms of the other layers, I built them out like a stereo image so that every square inch of your ear is surrounded by some sort of distortion and fuzz. It retained a little bit of grunge and 90s nostalgia, but there was something very modern about it.
So we had the initial drums with my little sister Bird.
She just called me and she was like, I talked to Dame, we need you to drum on it. Can you be in the studio? And I said, okay.
Any way I can find to like involve my sister, I'm always like, you need to come down, you gotta be a part of this.
We've played music together since we were kids.
We were in that band just up until I graduated and went to college.
Bleach Bear was, yeah, like a lot more rock. And that's actually why I love Shut Up and Kiss Me. And I think it's like the closest to our old sound. The drums in the verse, it's just like a tight beat, you know? It's just like da, 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 da. And it just like, you just kind of groove with it, but it's very tight, just like kind of classic rock beat. And then in the chorus, it's totally explosive. I went in to get like that raw drumming rock sound. Then it's also dubbed over and layered so many times.
We brought in additional drums from my friend Dylan Gold to really give it like just all the drums.
There's a couple fills and things and some extra percussion elements pushed to the very, very far reaches of the stereo spectrum.
I think that's how you get that big, full, gorgeous sound on there.
A lot of like the pop music stuff I do, you just have like a pretty like simple beat going on. So I was like, I finally have an opportunity to have like badass drums and I'm gonna take it.
And this big snare hits and the fills, it just cues you in like, oh, like this is a rock song.
The initial takes for the vocals, it was very, well, let's get this out of the way. You know, it was one of those things where we really didn't know if that was gonna be the final take.
The initial vocal delivery wasn't bad, but it was very polished. I don't even know. It was more like Hannah Montana, like pop rock. And I couldn't pinpoint exactly what was going on. I played it for someone and they were like, okay, you're singing the way that you normally sing and you have a beautiful voice, but that's not gonna work for this song. You have to give it attitude. So we brought in a sick vocal producer, Jacob Luttrell. He was like, you don't have to actually sing all the lines of a song. Some of them you can just speak or you can just say.
Shut up and kiss me.
I kind of thought about it like sultry, like sexy. Like you're delivering these lines to a real person and you're telling them like, shut up and kiss me.
Make your girlfriend look basic.
And then with the chorus, he was like totally different vibe. We just need to scream as much as you can. And I was like, I don't even know if this is gonna work. It's like, is this gonna sound like crap? I guess we're just gonna find out. But he was like, I want you to like project. I want you to yell as loud as you can. Don't worry if it's on pitch. We're just gonna see what happens. I think it came together well. Like I was very pleasantly surprised that I can sing like that. I was like, wow, this opens like new doors for me. Like I can do more rock music, which is sick.
I think that Tiger was discovering where the character is. When you actually go on the mic, you have to act it, you have to live it. Then we eventually got to where we needed to go.
The guitar and the drums and her voice all like go together and it's so fun, it's so dynamic.
All of these forces coming together to create this perfect tsunami, this perfect wave. They eventually have to arc and they have to crash. That's exactly what we had to do at the end of the song.
The bridge being so like in your face and loud to something that's like soft and sweet. It just felt like that was the strongest way to end it.
Shut up and kiss me.
With Shut Up and Kiss Me, I think I achieved everything I set out to do. Because I think it was proving to myself that I could do music like that.
To hear it go from an acoustic guitar to this full-fledged song, we all feel accomplished.
I couldn't have imagined this like big and great of a song, but it was like perfect.
Shut Up and Kiss Me is the lead single off my upcoming EP, See Me in Hell.
She's been so intentional with everything on this project.
It's really conceptual. It's really about kind of like the tragic glamour of old Hollywood and rock and roll.
To me, this whole project kind of feels like a new era.
Tiger can do anything. And that's what's so exciting about seeing her trajectory in the future.
I'm really proud of myself, honestly, with Shut Up and Kiss Me and the whole record, so I'm really excited for it.